Good morning, everybody, and welcome to week 16. It is the week you have been waiting for, or maybe you haven't been waiting for it. Maybe you've just been like dreading it. Maybe you're waiting actually for next week when everything will officially be over and done. So I'm sitting here, my sweatshirt, got my Ted Lasso mug, grading, reading, giving feedback. Um, Here's what you can expect for this week. So my goal out into the universe is to have everything returned to you by tomorrow. Um, I worked throughout the weekend and working today and tomorrow and burning the midnight oil. My goal is to get everything back to you by tomorrow. In the meantime, the week 16 module is up and you can see it here. Let's talk a little bit about the plea. Let's go ahead and just click in here. The plea is, and I love this GIF. I love this kid. I don't know why. I feel like I was that person as a kid. I was like, please let me do this. But the plea is an opportunity for you to go back and look in your grades in Canvas for any one minor assignment that either you didn't get submitted or was incomplete. It's really easy to find it. Actually, just look for the X's if you have any. And this is an opportunity for you to turn that one thing in. You don't have to explain to me why it didn't get turned in the first time. That's irrelevant to me. That's your business. But it's not, and it does not apply to, excuse me, my kids gave me their cold. It doesn't apply to any of the major assignments. So any of the reflections, it does not apply to any of the end of unit writings, which I explained last week. But you can, any writing territory or discussion or anything like that, you can submit. There are steps here that explain to you how to do it. And the fact that if you are going to turn it in, you need to do it before you submit your grade reflection. Okay, but you can go ahead and do that now. You can do the plea now. The next thing that you can do while you're waiting is to complete a class reflection. Excuse me. So this is only for me. It's not for anybody else. And it's really just a way for you to give me feedback on the class itself. This is something that I have been doing every single semester since I started teaching. I think it is crucial to get student feedback and then to adjust, right? So there were things that I added this semester that came out of my spring 221 classes. There were things that they suggested or that they experienced that came out of my my fall semester last year. So I'm always tweaking things a little bit. And so the more honest that you can be, the better. I'm always trying to make this class as student friendly as possible, as meaningful as possible. I really do want it to be a place where you feel like you can be successful. And a lot of that has to do with course design and course content, and also kind of how I interact with students. So what you have to say is honestly really, really important to me. It's totally anonymous. You're welcome to sign it if you want to, but it's a Google form. Again, it's not for the school. It's just for me. So if you could fill that out, I would be deeply grateful. This next page is just about how to prepare for the semester grade reflection. So ideally, what I want you to do is, and you should have all of this together already, but ideally it'll be easier for you if you kind of have all of your work in one place. So you could even just have Canvas open while you complete the reflection once it's open, once it's available to you, that is. So that way you can kind of click around and you can kind of download your own pieces. If you have a Google Drive folder where you have all of your work, then you could have that available to you. But for sure, you're going to want to have those reflections out. They're the end of unit reflections. Remember, there are 5 of those. Have your writing territories handy. And then you might remember that from the second week of class, we had an assignment about your writing goals. And so you will need to have that assignment available to you. Again, if that's something that you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even remember doing that, go back into Canvas and you can look at what you uploaded there or the Google Doc that you submitted. This page explains how it will work, but I'll go ahead and walk you through it. So what's going to happen once I release all of the feedback for the Unit 5 work, I will open up the semester grade proposal, and that's going to take place in two different places. The first is a kind of a to-do page that will walk you through the steps, same thing that you see here, and it will give you the Google Doc link or the Word document for actually completing the reflection in the proposal. So that's going to be, it's kind of like a handout, right? Excuse me. That you complete. It will take you some time, and it should take you some time, right? Give yourself at least about an hour to complete it. You can zip through it, but I don't want you to do that, right? Because you're essentially trying to defend and propose this grade that you feel that you've earned. So you want to spend some time doing that. So that's the first thing, is that you're going to complete this handout. And really, by the end, again, it'll kind of walk you through everything, but by the end, you're going to propose a grade. What will happen then is you're going to take that document, you're going to save it as either a PDF or a Word doc, and then you're going to move into the quiz. And it's, again, it's like all of the quizzes have been in this class. It's not a true quiz, but that quiz will open up, and that's where you will upload your document, and on a little multiple choice, you will select your letter grade and submit that. What happens then is that I will get that, and I will read through your proposal, and I will see your letter grade proposal, and then in the comments to that quiz, that's where we will have any negotiations that need to happen. So if I'm in agreement, I'll comment that. If I'm in disagreement, I'll comment there. If we need to negotiate, I'll comment there. So that's where all of that will happen and take place. So you're going to need to make sure you check the feedback for that quiz once it becomes available to you and once you submit your work. My hope is that everyone will have submitted their grade proposal. I will have returned it by the weekend. So that way there's no surprises. You know exactly what you earned in this class. And that you can just kind of be done with this semester, right? I think at this time in the semester, everybody's pretty fried. And I really don't want you to feel like you have this unknown question hanging over your head, right? That's not the goal. The goal is for you to really feel confident in what you feel you've earned. And if history repeats itself, right, for the most part, we agree. You know, it doesn't happen too often that we are in disagreement. Okay. So that will hopefully become available to you on Wednesday when I have everything opened up. You have one final writing territory. Oh, I know, Stephen Colbert and Kermit the Frog. Last one. You've got some guidelines here, but there's nothing new. Just to use at least two things that you learned. Get that in by the end of this week. And then we're at the end. I know, can you believe it? We're at the end. Again, if you didn't get a chance to do the course feedback form, that's what I would recommend. I will have some spring office hours on campus, and there's my office. You're more than welcome to come by anytime, and we can actually meet in person if you'd like. My office is pretty cozy. And as I mentioned, if you're a Morgan Freeman fan, you'll see a bunch of posters on my wall. For those of you, if you need anything once this class ends, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Sometimes Canvas is really tricky. If you're not a student enrolled in the class, then our email communication will not continue after this semester. So if there's anything I can help you with, you need to use my LMC email, smiller@losmundanos.edu. And I'm happy to help. Happy to do anything that I can for you. The last thing is just another reminder that the LMC Foundation Scholarship is open. It doesn't matter if you are continuing. It doesn't matter if you are transferring. It doesn't matter if you are working towards a CTE certificate or any of like welding or any automotive, anything like that. There are scholarships available for you. You already drafted those scholarship responses as part of our Unit 1 work, so why not apply? The deadline's in February, you've got plenty of time, but once the semester ends, while you have just a little tiny bit of momentum left, get those in, reach out to your instructors for who you want to write those referrals for you, and really try and just give yourself the opportunity of applying for these scholarships. Again, you did the hard work in writing the responses. The rest of it is actually easy. So I would encourage you to apply if you have just a little shred of time just after finals are over, and while you still have school on your brain. All right, so that's it for now. When I open up the end of semester proposal, I may do another video. I don't know. We'll see. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to let me know. And again, in that end of semester class reflection, please do be honest. It's really helpful for me. All right, folks. It's not quite that's all, folks, yet, but it will be soon. So hang in there. Final stretch, and I will see you probably in a few days.